Hello, everyone. I have a real life customer service story, and I would love your feedback. I purchased a Wayfair gift card for a friend of mine who purchased a new home. I purchased it, I want to say it was in January or February, maybe February. And she somehow when she peeled off the gift card, and I purchased it from a local grocery store. I won't say the name just yet, but she peeled off the back of the card, the gift card. um, Sometimes when you peel it off and it has the little glue like piece on it, it could take off the ink from the code or the number associated with the gift card. And that is what happened when she tried to take it apart. So she wasn't able to use it. It was a $75 gift card, and I went to back to the grocery store. Now, mind you, I go to this grocery store, or was going to this grocery store every single week, probably for the last 20 years minimum. Okay, so over that period of time, you can imagine how much money I have spent at that store. So I go to the manager and I ask him if, what can be done. And he told me well, I'm trying to make this short, y'all. I asked him if he could trace back in their account, in their system, the day that I purchased the card, and I would show him my debit card so that he could see, that I paid for it. Because what happened was, even though I included the little receipt that they give you when you buy a gift card in the congratulatory card that I gave my girlfriend, she misplaced it. So, and I had thrown away the receipt that I had because I purchased that gift card when I purchased my groceries. So that was the only evidence that I had, other than if he was able to go back in his accounting records, which he said he could not do that. There was no way to do that. So the next course of action would be for me to bring the card back to him. So I met my friend at that grocery store in March. I want to say it was early March. We brought it to him, and he got my email address, and he said it would take about 30 days for me to get my money back. This was, again, in March. So we left the card with him and went on about our business. Now, I'm there every week, so I've been seeing him a couple of times. A couple of weeks I wouldn't say anything, and then I would say probably in mid-April, I went back to him at the customer service desk and I inquired. He said, I'm trying to think of which time this was. Oh, he said, I said, hello, you told me to come back in about a month to follow up, and I'm just checking because it's been over a month now. He said, no, it hasn't. It has not been 30 days. I said, oh, yes, it has. And he basically kept telling me it hasn't. So I went to the text message where me and my friend were communicating on that day in March that we met at the grocery store to meet with him and bring him the card. I showed him the text. And he was like, well, Wayfair is going to have to, what did he say? Wayfair is going to have to credit the account. It was some kick can down the road kind of response. And he was like, it was $50, right? I said, no, it was $75. Now, what does that tell you? What it told me was he didn't do anything at all to try to help me. So some time went on from there, and I went to him again some weeks later to follow up. And he said, what's your number? Now, mind you, earlier he'd asked for my email address. What's your number? I'm going to have to follow up with Wayfair. Now, before you said they had to credit the account. Now you're telling me something else. So I gave him my number. He never called. So a few weeks ago, now remember March, April, a few weeks ago, meaning late June, I went to him again. Now there was a time in between where I saw him in the grocery store and he went the other way because he saw me coming. I wasn't even coming toward him like to follow up. I was just going down one of the aisles and he saw me and turned the other way. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I went to him again and I said, this has been, quite some time. Do you have any update from Wayfair? He said, do you have the gift card? Yes, y'all. Do you have the gift card? What? I gave you the gift card back in March. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. He was like, okay. He goes in the back, takes a little while, comes back out and says, all right, go ahead and get another one. So I go, there's no more Wayfair gift cards. I go back to him, there are no more Wayfair gift cards. He said, well, just get any other card. Gave him the card. He was like, $50, right? I said, no, $75. So he said, okay, go ahead and purchase your groceries and I will take care of it. Now, that particular day, the line was very long. There was only one cashier. So the lady in front of me asked, she asked that the manager open up another line. So he comes. Now she was in front of me. He comes, grabs her and brings her to the next aisle. So I thought that he was opening it up for the rest of us. I rolled my basket behind her and he said, so you just gonna get in this line? I said, oh, it's not open? I didn't know that. He said, no, the way it works is if I call you, then I'll take you. I was like, oh, okay. Would you like me to go back to the other line? He said, no, you done walked over here now. And I said, it was only a few feet away. I can go back. And he just had this smug on his face. So I didn't want to deal with him beyond what I needed to. Oh, and I said, besides, you have to help me with the gift card. He said, yeah, but that's at the customer service desk. I said, okay. I backed my cart right on up and went back to the other line where I was. So after he checked that lady out, he came to get the gift card for me while I was still in line. So when I finished paying for my groceries, I went to the customer service desk, got the gift card, said, thank you. He said, have a nice day. I said, you too. And I left and have not been back since. I have been going to another grocery store since then. So this video has already been a little over 9 minutes. That's the long and the short of it. Please let me know your thoughts.